of decades ago, Asia and the Pacific region have been acquiring a leading role in the global economy due to their notorious and accelerated growth in recent history.
In Southeast Asia, China has become a leading actor that has challenged Western powers. Acknowledging this change in the economic regime, a group of countries under US leadership have become interested in developing a regional economic integration in order to protect themselves from the Asia-Pacific boom by establishing a multilateral agreement as an attempt to keep an international balance in the current economic leadership, but also to dictate new rules for a global economy by acquiring more important roles in the world's economic decision-making.
The Pacific Rim since 2010 have been talking and negotiating the creation of a Trans-Pacific Agreement, which after 5 years finally created the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, the most ambitious and controversial trade agreement created until now.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement started as an initiative proposed mainly by 4 countries: Brunei, Chile, New Zealand, and Singapore. The agreement was commonly known as P4. It was signed in 2005 and been active since 2006. After more than 15 rounds of negotiation, the agreement reached its 12th current membership. And since October of 2015, it has been concluded.
We, the trade ministers of Australia, Brunei Darussalam, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, the United States, and Vietnam, are pleased to announce that we have successfully concluded the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
According to Financiero, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement intends to create a common legal framework in order to facilitate and accelerate commerce between its 12 country members, as well as to reduce costs and time while doing business. The agreement has 3 chapters or regional trade rules, which involve the various obligations that internal governments must accept and apply to their companies in order to that treaty to start moving.
The creation of this economic region gives members access to a market of more than 800 million people, with an estimated net profit of around $200 billion per year. The Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement becomes a real solution to eliminate economic frontiers, create further investment, and contribute to the spillover effect for the creation of wealth.
Also, every member will see an opportunity to specialize their economy into manufacturing, harvesting, or creating certain products. This will lead to technological development that becomes more efficient if chain values work at the same direction. The signing countries will see benefits in diverse areas. Japan will see greater demand for their manufactured goods. New Zealand and Australia will experiment an increase in their exports of food products, including live animals as well. Vietnam will have an important benefit on their apparel manufacturers, rice and agriculture, while Malaysia might experience an increase in their electronics industry.
Mexico, between its improvements, would boost in the liberation of car parts. In general, consumers belonging to any of the 12 actual members will actually have access to cheaper products and a greater variety of goods and services, while investors and multinational companies will enjoy the removal of investment barriers.
Foreign investment will become one of the most important aspects for those developing countries currently enrolled in the agreement. The introduction of multinational corporations will lead to technological transfer and economic specialization either in Latin America or Asia.
Besides it, trade and investment between developing countries will also be expected to rise, leading to further economic consolidation between the participants. Trade and investment between developing countries will also help to gradually increase trade liberalization among the Pacific Rim.
Mexico has real opportunities of growth if the value chain from NAFTA are able to extend to all the country members in the TPP. If value chains are efficient in terms of competition, the economy of scale and production operation, including their providers and clients, will increase definitively.
The real opportunities are to find suppliers in the Asiatic economies on every possible sector. Suppliers will lower costs of intermediary actors and will allow transnational commerce to become more efficient.
The United States would not be interested in Mexico underdeveloping, as this could accentuate migration into American soil. There is an opportunity for Mexico to recover its participation in economic sectors that have been previously lost, mainly to China, due to globalization. These include the toy manufacturing, textile, and footwear industries.
The Mexican state will have to act properly in order to acquire and keep foreign investment. It is achievable if value chains keep up their competitivity. A more developed country generates more valued-added goods. This could make Mexico's participation in global economy increase. With more participation in the global economy, the country also has a greater opportunity to access financial markets, acquiring debt easier with lower interest rates. This could lead to international actors in Mexico as a trustworthy country for their investments.
Any trade agreement with a goal as extensive as this should be carefully designed and continuously revised by its member in order to attain the best possible outcome. A quick look at 30 different chapters of the agreement will show that it has considered the best aspects of previous agreements, and is also trying to reduce the risk of failure by including lessons learned in similar attempts.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement will be a focal point in immediate future in matters of international trade. There is no doubt about it. And as long as we keep an analytical perspective of it, we will be able to identify its benefits and shortcomings. We choose to present an optimistic outlook of future events, but that does not mean that we are naive in regard to the risk presented by the agreement. In the future, we might have to make another video enumerating unseen risks or goals still pending to be achieved.
Since a couple of decades ago, Asia and the Pacific region have been acquiring a leading
The Pacific Rim since 2010.
In Southeast Asia, China has become a leading actor in the...